Body Rockers, Jesse and Sean here for the first time in this series. So welcome, excited to work out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 101.
101. He's like, that's what I'm supposed to say, 101. All right, so we're gonna go with the how it's done 101 for today. And we're talking about range of motion, or ROM. Lots that you'll see referred to in acronym form if you're like reading about fitness and that kind of thing. So it means range of motion. So we've gone through it a bit when we did kind of the hinges and all that stuff. But I'm just gonna kind of quickly hit on the points. When you're going through this strength workout, think about, watch what we're doing, and we should be going through the full range of motion. So if we're doing something like an Arnold press, which is the first exercise, so teaser alert. We are, I know you're super stoked about it. You wanna come from the front all the way, and you wanna have that rotation in the shoulders. So we're really talking about making long, full movements when we say range of motion with the weight, or without the weight, whatever you choose. So keep it in mind as you go through this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because a lot of the time in a bicep curl, it depends on what kind of curl you're doing, but for a full bicep curl, we're coming right from the bottom all the way to the shoulder, all the way to the top to get that full eccentric and concentric range of motion. So really pay attention. That's your homework for this workout.
Anatomy 101.
We're gonna start with a warm-up. So today, as a reminder, is week 2, day 5, so the last day of your second week. I hope you're sticking with us. It's strength day. We started this week with cardio. We're gonna end really strong with strength day. So if you have that package, that December holiday bootcamp package, go grab a dumbbell, 5 to 10 pounds. Grab something from under your tree, early Christmas present.
Well, not yet. I wanted to get it right away.
He's super excited. Gotta wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait. Actually, you saw in the last series that we do steal from under that tree. It's pretty awesome. We have our vests on, so we're gonna keep those on the entire time. And we're gonna start with a warm-up. So 30 seconds of work for the warm-up per movement. Then we're gonna go into the workout, which will include dumbbells, a pink thing, the vest. You can have your mat depending on what floor you're on. And we're gonna do 35 seconds there and 15 seconds off for the strength portion. So here we go with the warm-up, starting that timer. You're gonna do those toe touches. So like this, depending on your mobility. Sean is touching his knees. We'll get him there, don't worry.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go touch the toes in the second round.
He's gonna do the second half of this month. We're gonna make him touch his toes. Here we go, 10 seconds left here.
I actually stretch quite a bit.
Do you?
I have to.
And then it just goes right back to shortening?
Yeah.
You have to stay, I know, I do find that actually. All right, next one, high knees. So we're gonna do what Sean's doing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're switching. I see. He's doing it right now.
I had to warm it up a little bit. There we go. The hamstrings are crying right now. Oh.
I just heard something rip, I'm pretty sure. All right, keep this up for another 10 seconds. High knees, you can add a hop in there. Woo! Want to get that heart rate up. Burn those calories. 30 seconds. All right, leg swings. So this is where we're going to open up the hip. We're going to stay 15 seconds on this side, the right side. Now, balance could be an issue here. If you're in your bare feet, really grip those toes into the floor, or hold onto a chair if you need to.
Or
switch sides.
Or you could do the wall if you need it, right? If you need a little bit of help, you can use your wall.
That's right. It's just showing you guys. He doesn't actually need it. It's just showing
No, I do need it.
I was trying to cover for you. All right, next one, cross-body leg swings. So I don't want to kick you, but we're going to swing on the right side. So you want to go get that full range of motion, pointing that toe as high as you can.
There we go.
So you were working on that 45 degrees of rotation in the hip. Remember we talked about that? Woo.
If you're not very mobile, it's really good just to focus on one side first and then the other, because it allows you to touch down and then come back up. It just gives you a little bit more sense of balance.
Totally.
And it really, you can feel this in the core too. I like this.
Good. Keep it up. All right, we're gonna go down to the floor. We're gonna open up those hips Going down for the hip thrust. So remember what we told you about these? We want to activate that glute, that ball part of your butt, the nice chubby part. You don't want to push through the hip flexors as high as you can. You want to stop the movement by engaging the glutes. Don't worry, you don't need to hyperextend the hip flexors. They'll be nice and open.
What do you mean by hyperextend?
I mean like pushing so far that you've rounded that lower back. You want to keep it nice and stacked, the spine. You're just tipping it, but it's stacked. All right. Back up. Oh no, we're going in circles. So we're staying here. We're going to further open up the hips by just doing little micro circles.
This is like going to the doctor. It is. That's what it reminded me of.
For me, it's more like this. Education. I'm not doctors. You're supposed to warn me if you're going to say something like that. All right, we're hopping up for air crunches. Get that energy up. Okay, where are we going? Right first?
Yeah.
Right. Left. Don't forget to rotate at the hip. Keep it up. And turn this into another rotation in 3, 2, 1. So clasp hands together. I'm going right. So this is the perfect, Sean, what do you think? But I think this is the perfect kind of warm up to show you range of motion. So me going to here and then just swinging, kind of useless. We're trying to warm up the entire range of that hip. We're gonna get dumbbells, so let's get something from under the tree. I'm gonna steal the new hexes. Should have had these for the punches.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with an Arnold press. Bringing them up in front around your chin height and coming up. So notice we're rotating as we come up, all the way to the top. And we'll take a break in a minute, so we're just getting warmed up. There we go.
Now you see a lot of people say drop down, keep them up. What do you suggest?
I think I like to have them, you want to be in a comfortable position. So like for me, I guess it depends on like the leg and the arm, but for me it's around chin. Right. What about you?
Yeah, I like it here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little tougher to have them up there the whole time. You want to progress.
That's it. All right, so here we go. Second set.
Oh yeah.
So we're getting in some nice shoulder rotation here.
If you have rotator cuff issues, there's another way that you can do this, and it's not an Arnold press. You can start the weights right here, and then you can just come straight up and bring it down. Not like this, not goalpost. Have it in a little bit. It'll protect your rotator cuff just a little bit. So that's one way that you can do it.
Totally. Rest time. All right, so that was 2 sets. We're gonna do one more set of those. And what would you say, like maybe band too? If you have, I like bands. If you have injuries,
yeah,
I suggest a nice like band.
I'll do a band.
We'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with the rotator for sure. Here we go. Third set. Feeling strong. And remember to draw that belly button into spine. You don't want to be flaring at the rib cage. You want to keep your hips nice and tucked under.
Using this pink thing is actually really core intensive. I don't have both feet in the band, all right? I just have one. It allows me to get nice and tall with those arms. If I have 2 feet in the band, it's gonna make it a lot harder. Just more resistance, right?
That's what we love about it too. You guys can like set your own resistance. So if you have an injury, keep it nice and light. Just get the mobility happening.
All right, we got prisoners.
All right, prisoner squats. We're gonna start with a prisoner squat to a calf raise. So prisoner squat means hands laced behind the head. We're gonna come down into a squat. So remember that squatting position, nice and low, bringing tailbone back, knees not going over toes. Coming up, straight up into a calf raise. So these are your calves. I feel like this is probably the least worked muscle.
Hey, you're not kidding.
So you can see it on his face. 3 seconds. Even people, I mean, dudes don't do leg days anyway. But if they do, they definitely don't hit the calves. All right, 15 seconds rest. Whew. So we'll go back into those. Now, if you're feeling super strong, you can always add the dumbbells. Like if you feel like this is doing nothing for you, you can load them onto your shoulders or of course the band.
All right.
Here we go, second set. I'm gonna stick with the prisoners. You know why I like prisoner squats? It's because I feel like it sets you up for doing that overhead press with a squat. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I feel like a lot of people, when you start to add weight, this is later to come, folks. The barbell kind of comes to the front as they squat down. You'll see this happening. This squat with your hands laced behind your head teaches you squat with the hinge and then also keeping those shoulder blades back. Woo, rest time, we're working into it. That was 2 sets. One more set. So I'm feeling it with no weight. And I didn't go up to the calves, I don't think. I think I missed that. Here we go. Up to the calves. So this is a progression. Sean's adding weight if you're really feeling nothing from this. But again, focus today is range of motion. So if you're adding that weight, you better have that squat and those prisoner hands ready. They better be perfect to add that weight. 10 seconds.
If you want to add just a little bit more, you could also get your core bands. All right, and wrap those just above your knees.
Totally, I should have done that.
Good.
All right, nice. Next one. We're gonna go down to the floor, so head to head maybe. I'm gonna go up on my head. We're lying on our side, and we're gonna come up, hand down here. We're gonna come up, the first part of it is that side oblique crunch in the plank. And then we're gonna open up, so you can bring your feet apart at the back here and clam up. Hard, right? I'm gonna add the band for the next one.
I'm definitely not.
All right, so you need good oblique. This is the side of your body here. Those are called your obliques. And then that range of motion, I can feel it in my glute. So if you're doing this with us, you'll feel it as soon as you come up. So here, hitting obliques, driving through the shoulder, and then coming up, hitting the glutes, and nice adduction on the way down.
Wow.
10 seconds rest, I'm gonna band up.
That's really tough, especially on the obliques.
Oh yeah, I should even it out. All right, I'm gonna do the last set with the band because I need to even it out.
So how far are my legs going? Am I straight? Am I bent?
Yeah, so I would keep your knees like almost to 90 in the front. Actually, sorry, not quite 90, because you need to be able to push off them to come up. Engage glute, and come back down. Squeeze here, pushing through that elbow. Woo, glute activation. 8 seconds, guys. Add the band around the top of the knee if you're doing that. I will say, the bands we have, they're not for the faint of heart. They're for the kick-ass, work my butt off.
So I was definitely doing the numb down.
The dumb down?
The dumb down
the
version.
First round?
Yeah.
Now he's got it, folks.
No, I was keeping my foot here too as well. So I'm gonna try going up for the gusto. All right.
Here we go, let's watch. It's live. So there
you go.
No joke, all right? I feel like he should have added the band. Bring it down.
Hip mobility is tough.
Sean will be joining us on our mobility days moving forward.
No, it's always been that way.
Really? That's because you're an athlete. Sean used to be an amazing baseball player. We've actually known each other since we were like kids.
Like 10.
10. That's little. Rest. We'll do one more set on this side. Then we're donezo. We have our booty gains in. Here we go, 2, 1. Down, up, right to the top. Range of motion. So not here, we want to bust right to the top and then open. 2 separate movements that flow into each other. That's it, 17 seconds.
This is
Woo.
killer.
There you go.
Wow, I'm done. I'm down.
Come on, Sean. The people at home are doing it. You've got to do it. Last one. Woo, nice.
There we go.
Glad to be done with those. Now, oblique crunch. So, we're going to come to standing. This is another oblique. So we're going to have just our weighted vests. We can progress in the next set if we want. Stand up and crunch. So bringing knee to elbow. May seem super easy, so just up the tempo.
Get that knee right up, all right? Get it up, and then the elbow just comes down a little bit. If you try to come down too much with the elbow, you're gonna look like this, and you're not gonna feel it. So really get that leg up, all right? Just touch it down just slightly with that elbow.
That's it, guys, 3 seconds, stay with us.
Keep the core on.
Rest, 15 seconds. What do you think?
That's
like,
good.
Do we need any equipment for this?
No.
No, you could add a band. Should I see what it's like?
Sure.
Let's experiment. I've never actually done this with a band, so. Here we go. Ready? 35 seconds. Oh, I like it. I don't think I'm going to do it without a band from now on. So, my form, I lost it for a second. It's back.
If you reset in the middle every time, it just resets your brain.
There.
So when you stop in the middle, just take that like millisecond to reset your brain and your body and go for the next one. You'll feel it, concentration on that core.
It's true if you break it up. Because it's a lot of brain work too. Here we go, third set. You know, there's a lot of things happening because you guys are amazing and we can give you dynamic movements even in this second week. But he's right, take that pause because it's no good to be doing a workout, and it happens to the best of us, where like you've compromised the range of motion or the form.
So here, I'm using the pink thing. You can put that all around your shoes as well. This adds extra resistance coming up to the top. Also really good. It makes it a lot more challenging.
Nice. Sean worked through the rest period, so I'm going to start you off. This is for the chest, that upper chest. It's called a pullover. So we're going to lie back, coming a lot of weight on the shoulders. Remember, when you're on your back, it's no excuse to let the belly go. You want to lock up that core. You're going to bring the weight overhead, full range of motion. Now you might find this difficult, and if you do, lighten the load. So get rid of some weight. I can feel myself needing to round out that back so that my core is engaged as I pull up. Like right here. All right, I want you guys to do the same thing. And as you come down, you need to breathe while keeping it nice and tight. Now the range of motion above your head might be difficult. If so, just bring it to wherever you can. You don't need to tap down. Almost ready. All right, rest. How's that, guys? This is a new one maybe for a lot of you. I feel like, is it that common?
It's pretty common.
It's pretty common.
Well,
I don't do it a lot.
For a lot of guys do it.
Dudes do it.
Dudes
on
do
the
it.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dude move.
Just like this, remember this? And then this is also a dude move.
So if you want to up the intensity a little bit from 1 to 2, you can bring 2 dumbbells together, all right? And you can do the same thing, and just bring that up, all right? So the dumbbells are actually touching together. Get that small of the back into the floor. No space. You're gonna feel this through the wings a little bit more too if you're gonna use 2 dumbbells. Right to the top. Get that lower back into the floor. Turn that core on. It makes a world of difference coming back through.
All right, rest. So if you're not gassed, I don't feel like I'm gassed in those last 2 to 3 sets, that should be an indication. Like the last 2 to 3 sets should be difficult.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're not, weight it up. So I'm gonna grab the other dumbbell, do what Sean's doing. You have 5 seconds, rest left. Then we're gonna come up. So if you guys at home need more of a challenge, just add more weight if you had it. That's why it's good to start with just one. See where you're at. Perfect your range of motion, perfect your form. That's like very standard. People do one kind of like ease in set. What's it called? There's a name for it.
A warm-up?
A warm-up? Really? All right, one warm-up set. Some people use no weight at all. So just really dumb it down and then add the weight. Last one. Woo! Yeah, see, that's much better. Much better. All right, so that's your chest done. Now,
Back.
Straight leg deadlift. Here we go. So, balance people. You might want a chair or you might want a wall. You can do this with 2 or you can do it with 1. You're gonna hover, like kind of stand on one leg, straight leg. So this is the straight leg part of the deadlift. Then you're gonna come down like a lever. You're gonna bring that back leg. Now that back leg does not have to be straight. Sean's doing 2 feet, so he's just doing a standard straight leg deadlift. I'm doing a single leg straight leg deadlift. You guys choose, pick your poison. I'm staying on this one side. Now this might be easier than it actually, than it actually is. Balance is a major factor here. So that's one set. I did it on the left. You were doing straight leg the whole way, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so he's doing two feet on the ground. So he's starting position, plus he's added some progressions with the weight. I'm gonna move over on that right side. Now as you come down, you don't want the weight to be way out in front of you. You wanna just kind of let it hang and act as part of the lever. And then as you come up, you should feel that glute activation. Whew. That's it.
Now, if you're like me and you're always wobbling around on that one leg and you can't quite get there to get in your sets, you can do 2 legs, obviously 1, put that back foot just in behind. You can still use the bands, you can still get the good stretch. All right, maybe I can try a little one. But
yeah.
I like my leg. There we go.
So he's talking about a staggered stance. So that's when your back foot is kind of right behind. Last set, guys, here we go. I'm gonna, to even it out, do what Sean's doing. Now, if you're holding a barbell or you're holding dumbbells, you want them to kind of graze right to mid shin level, right along your body. Get in that perfected hip hinge. If you have not perfected the hinge, remember, don't move with weight. Figure that out first. And squeeze at the top. Feel that pull in the back hamstring. Up. Remember not to hyperextend. Just nice and easy. There we go. All right, guys, we've almost made it. Now, we've saved the best for last. Plank to failure. That means we're gonna plank for as long as you can. We have weighted vests on. You guys can add a band if you want and jack out. I'll do it in the next set. Now you can do a plank from your elbow. Time has started. Down here. Or you can do one up here from the hands. I'll start up here. Now, plank perfection. You wanna engage the quads. My quads are tight. Engage the glutes. Push up through the palms, shoulders, shoulder blades back together, chest proud, and then I'm tucking that belly button to spine. 3 seconds. 2, hold it, 1. Woo. Now, if that's nothing for you, keep working. Don't give up, stay there. And I'm gonna give you an option. You're gonna do another plank to failure. With a plank, you're working that transverse abdominal. So that's way down in there. That deepest abdominal muscle, the one that nobody cares about, but it actually does all the work. It's not the fancy looking one on top. Now, here's a plank jack. So if you guys feel like 35 seconds of planking is nothing for y'all, add in the jack, or tap it out. Don't forget to breathe. 10 seconds left. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
What's a common mistake for people doing a plank in general?
Oh my gosh.
Loading the back, loading the center of the back, dipping the back. What do you see?
Definitely, depending on the posterior. So that was 35 seconds, guys. You can rest if you want. Either like this or like this. Honestly, I see men do like this because the front of their core is weak. And then I see women do like this. Mostly, that's just general. Here we go, last 35 seconds. Last bit of the workout, guys. Stay with us. Add in those little steps if you can. Do not give up. I once worked an event where we saw a woman hold this for 24 minutes. It was crazy to watch. We can all get there. Woo. 5 seconds. Keep it up. Nice flat back. Gaze forward and a little bit down. Whew. My gosh, that was good. Nice. Perfect way to end the week. You got your strength in, you got your cardio, mobility, we did a core day. So you guys are set to enjoy the weekend. Any last words?
No, just stay the course. So you're 10 days or 9 days through now. A lot of people stop working out within the first 7 days when they start a fitness program. They'll do 1 day or they'll go too hard and they'll be sore for 2 or 3 days after that, and then they'll stop and then they'll go, oh, I'll just start next week because it's Thursday or Friday and the weekend's coming, and you know, I got family coming over and friends, and you know, I'm gonna have a few drinks and I'm just gonna start Monday. And what happens is that becomes a cycle. That becomes a cycle in your life where you're a weekend warrior, you know, Monday to Thursday, you see it at the gyms, you see it at the clubs, you know, Monday to Thursday, everyone's there, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's a ghost town. So the weekends is actually 30% of your week, and 30% of your week is a lot. And if you're only treating your body well, you know, what's 70% of the time, then you're not gonna get the results that you really truly want. And you're putting in all of that work and all that time and all of that energy, and you're gonna get frustrated. And you're gonna be doing that year in and year out. So we're trying to break those habits. We're trying to keep those habits over the weekend. And that is the hardest part for everybody, because there's the social aspect of it. And we're all human and we wanna be social, we wanna have fun, we wanna have balance. So in that 30%, if you can just make small choices that are going to benefit you, instead of having the bottle of wine, half the bottle, you know, and then take a vodka soda, right? And then call it a night. Like, you don't have to pollute your body on a Friday and Saturday night just because you got through the week. Find something else that you enjoy. Go for a walk, read a book, go for a massage. Do something that's going to benefit your training and, you know, your belief in what you're doing for the entire week. And if you can get through those 30% hurdles, I'm going to tell you, you're going to see your results and you're going to feel a whole lot better about yourself on the inside and out. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's a difference maker. It really is. It's next level. And it's not hard, like he said, like, still have the vodka, but instead of putting the, I don't know, what do people put in that, ginger ale, put the soda and add some lime. Like, these are small, minute things, and it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't taste so good. But you know what? Like, your palate will get used to it. It changes with you. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
So alcohol,
1 week, 2 weeks.
Alcohol is a big thing over the holidays. We all know that. So drink clear liquor. Like, drink that vodka. Like she said, drink the soda water. Don't dump the Coke in there, because the vodka water or the vodka soda is, you know, under 100 calories. You add that Coke in there, you're looking at probably, you know, a 200 to 250 calorie drink. It's just, okay, so I'm gonna have 3 of those. You could have eliminated like 400 calories out of your 3 drinks and still had fun.
And think of it this way, those calories, everyone talks about calories. The calories actually equal something. It equals like weight on your body, which is gonna be harder to move around on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So like you're not helping yourself.
Right, and then Monday comes and you feel lethargic, you feel unmotivated, and then it kind of takes you Monday, Tuesday to get into it, and then it's Wednesday. So it's a whole cycle. We've all done it, we've all been there. let's try to break those habits this time.
And we don't have to break them like all at once.
No.
Break one by one at a time.
Small changes.
Small changes.
High five.
Yay. All right, good work, guys. See you next week.
Bye.